Yo, welcome to today's video. Not going to waste any time today, I'll just get straight into it. The reason for this video, if you have watched any of my other stuff, you might see that I'm addicted to RGB, mainly having everything purple. I'm not the kind of guy that likes stuff flashing colours, but all of the stuff does do that. But today I'm just going to talk you through some of the bits of equipment that I have to light up my setup in the way that I do. As I have said in the past, it is a little bit childish, but it gives your setup the look that you want, and it can give it that unique look. I mean, it's cool, innit? They are mostly budget friendly, some of them are a little more expensive and just come with RGB, but I will list everything for you in the description below. If you do use any of the Amazon links, anything you buy on Amazon through those links does help me greatly, so you're amazing if you do use those links. Did you know that this many of you aren't subscribed? Help out a small channel. Click that little button. So, easiest one first, the RGB behind the desk. So this one was the very first bit of RGB LEDs that I got. These are simple strip lights that are plug-in to the DC socket, so they are just a normal plug-in one. They have this little remote just here, which just has on, off, and all of the colours. Now this was before I knew that you could get ones that hooked up to Wi-Fi, that hooked up to Bluetooth, that hooked up to whatever, but they do the trick. You can make them flash, make them whatever colour you want, make them to suit your setup. You can dim the brightness, but I've never understood all of these you can dim the brightness on, and I never really get that because I always want it full on bright, but maybe that's just me, I guess. They have a little bit of stick on the back that you basically just peel off, stick them all the way around. They're a pain in the hoop if you don't want to solder, otherwise you just have to bend them around the corners and whatever, but that's that. The second one is the RGB behind the monitor. Now these are the GoV lights from Amazon. These are really popular Wi-Fi and or Bluetooth version of the RGB LED strips. These ones go around my monitor. They come with the corners already pre-bent on them, so you don't have to do the whole spinning around thing. If you want, you can solder them, but these ones were again 20 quid to cover round the edge of this 32-inch monitor. They're nice, they can do the flashing thing if you want them to do that. It's just quite nice to have them working through an app. The app is quite easy to use for GoV. It's similar to these kind of other Wi-Fi, Bluetoothy type apps, but it's nice. They're not very bright, you know, they could be much brighter. It's hard to see in here because I've got the big ring light against the side of my face, which is lighting up everything, and yeah, they're quite cool to use, cheap and cheerful, and very handy when you have the app. You can change them on the fly should you choose to do that, unless you want to have them purple all the time like me. The mousepad, Amazon will be an ongoing theme here, as you will see. This mousepad is a nice cheap and cheerful mousepad. It's an extended one. It's got quite a nice feel to it. It is by a company called VictSing. I think there are a few. It has a little button on it that you can press to change the colours from static to a couple of breathing variations of all of the static colours. I think it's 7 or 8 colours plus a flashing version. Again, cheap and cheerful. It goes in with the setup. I think they only have the black one, but the colours are quite nice and it blends in with whatever you have in your setup. So the keyboard is the GK61 that I went through. I'll pop up a link here. I did a little review of that a little while ago. Again, you can do whatever you want with this, have different keys set up to different colours. I just have it purple and pink, depending on how I'm feeling for that day, because it goes with the rest of the setup. I'm not going to go into the app. You can see that in the video. If you go watch that, you'll see how much I hated the app, but it does look cool, and again, it wasn't ridiculous. It's not like your big Corsair or Logitech keyboards. It does have nice RGB, and it fits in with the setup that I have. The next one is the mouse. So this is the Razer Death Adder Elite 2. Now, as you might know, I play most of my games on controller, which is the next one in the list. I play most of my games on controller, so I don't really use the mouse for gaming. I know that it is suitable for gaming, I think, and I like it as a mouse. It's comfortable, but I do like the Razer gear. If I could afford it, I would probably have more Razer gear. It's just that it is stupid expensive. However, second-hand Razer gear, not so expensive. I picked up that Razer Death Adder for 20 quid off eBay, and there's loads and loads of them. I will link a new one down here. I don't even know if you can even get them new anymore. They're that old. But again, because I'm not using it for gaming, I don't need it to have the latest tech. I don't need it to have fast feet on it. I just need it mainly for productivity. It's very easy to use and it looks cool. You can change the colour of the wheel and the colour of the Razer logo in tandem? No. Separate to each other? What's the word? Who knows? So you can change them to each other. So that was 20 quid. So I would advise that if you want to get something like the Razer gear, but you maybe don't want to stretch the budget out that far, look secondhand. Stuff on eBay is, you know, it's good. It's very, very good. But that's the mouse. So the next one is the Razer Wolverine Ultimate. Again, another video I've already done a review on, an unboxing type thing. This one kind of cheats because I didn't buy it for the RGB, but it comes with it on it. It's got that little strip across the top that you can see where you can change the colours. Nifty nifty. Would I have bought a controller without RGB? Probably not. So, I mean, not that I bought it just for that, that's not what I'm saying, but it means that I can still include it in the rest of my stuff. Only problem is it is wired, so I don't consistently have the wire across the desk because I'm anal about shit like that. So, and the light doesn't come on when it is unplugged, which is sad, but yeah, you can change that to whatever you want. Breathe in, multicolored, change, whatever. Obviously, I just have it pink consistently. So running theme that. That one is at the higher, obviously, budget end of the RGB stuff, and it's more just a, I have this and it has RGB in it, rather than buying it specifically for RGB. Now, the next one is the Colo light. So that's this thing here. The video doesn't do it justice, so I'm going to take some stock footage of it from somewhere else so you can see it, because this is, I have went back and forth over potentially getting nano leafs for ages, and they're so expensive. So I looked for an alternative. I did not expect these to be so small. I just expected them to be quite a bit bigger. But anyway, it has an app that you go with. There are tons and tons of colours. The effect on them is very, very cool. And it's just a nice little thing to have in the setup. So for here, you know, I've got like lights everywhere, but it's just one extra little thing that you can see. It's just nice. It's just a nice little light. And if you want to change it to the colours to put in your setup, you can make it fit with just about anything. You can change the shapes of them and you can buy more and whatever. I probably will get more for there, but that's a nice little, they were about 30 quid on Amazon. And I mean, apart from the fact they are smaller than I thought they would be, they're probably worth it, I would say. So a nice little alternative to Nanoleaf if you don't want to stretch out the ridiculous price tag for the Nanoleafs. The next one is this little cheap and cheerful headset stand, which I do regret, but I will link it anyway. This one I thought when I bought it, you could change the colours of it to what you want, but actually all it does is breathe between these different colours. It's good quality and I like it, but the lights I would really have liked to have seen to change them. There is a Corsair one, there's like 60 quid, and for a headset stand, no chance I'm paying that, because why would I when I can get one like this? So I'll probably have a look around for another one. Nice little piece of kit just to put the new headset on, and that's it. Next one is the headset, which is another one and the last one that I have actually done a review on. This is the Rocca ELO 7.1 wireless headset. Put the link for it here. Can't remember, I still don't remember what side it goes at. But this has RGB on both sides, and again, as I mentioned in that video, one of the reasons I bought this, it is a little bit more expensive, but not on the high-end gaming version. So, you know, it's not ridiculously overpriced, and for as far as RGB headset goes, still love it, by the way, but you can change the colours independently of each other. That's what I should have said on the mouse one, independently of each other. But you can change the colours as you please to make them suit the rest of your setup, and it's just a nice little touch to have. So the PC, I'm not going to go into huge detail on. If you do watch my videos and you would like a full rundown of the monster PC in the background, let me know in the comments and we'll run through that for you in detail, because it is, you know, it's quite a beast. But I have the RAM that's in there, the water cooler, the fans, the GPU, and all of the fans on the front and the top all light up different colours. Different colours again, I say, but I have them all purple and shades of pink. But yeah, like I said, if you do want to see a review of, or a deeper dive, I suppose, into the parts in the PC, drop a comment and I can do that if that's of interest to anyone at all. Now the last one is probably one of my favourite things, and it's one that's hard to video, but these are Wi-Fi light bulbs that I got from eBay, and I know there are multiple versions of these, but these ones were nice and cheap and I wanted them for a while now. I saw a YouTuber, and I don't remember who it was, say that they were changing the colour of their lights by their app. I can't really say the word because if you have one, it's going to set it off, and I don't want to be that guy that does that, so I'm just going to, every time I say, I'll put it on the screen. But I saw him do that and change the colour lights. I was like, that's so cool. It's very childish, but it's very cool. So I looked for these Wi-Fi light bulbs, and they were, I mean, they're budget friendly. You can do things like this. Turn the lights white. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights on and purple. So it's just a cool little thing to be able to do. You can do it through the Smart Life app as well, I think it is. You can mess about with it. If that is of interest to anyone as well, let me know and I can show you in the app how this is all set up and how it really works. Because I have my power strips that are also Wi-Fi, so you can do it all through the app and all through her, she who shall not be named. And you can do it all through that. And it's just a nifty little thing to have, and one of my favourite RGB things in the room. So yeah, like I say, I will list all of the items below if you are interested in buying any of them. Not from me, I'm not sponsored of that. I mean, I'd make maybe 1 pence for every 100 people that buy something from Amazon, but you know, it helps me anyway. But hopefully you found something here that might upgrade your setup a little bit, or something that you're interested in. Any questions on any of it, let me know, or if you want another video on anything in particular that interests you, shout up and I'd be happy to go into it. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.
Don't forget to subscribe.